to a beautiful year. Really, congratulations, you made it into 2025. Welcome back to Moments with Lady H. And oh my goodness, we are back to 2025. Like back as per we've been here before, because I don't see what that changed. Anyways, it's a new year and I'm excited. When I said back, it could be a lot of things. But according to Victor Eddy, he said, we no want to take the same step where we take last year, we no work for us. All the New Year resoluters. I hope you've started again. Or did you just have to move 4 to 5 and then keep every of the resolution as you've always had it? I don't know which way you don't do, Sha, but I'm just saying congratulations that you're in 2025. Man, this is 2025 already. How old are you now? Hey, how many years more? Because before I no drop, the T-pen thing is T-penning, owing is still owing. Everything is just what it is. It's really crazy. But I'm just hoping that this year, turns out better for you, and myself. Congratulations again for joining us. And if you have not yet liked, shared, or subscribed with us on YouTube, Moments with the DH, I don't know what you wait for, because it's going to be a roller coaster of beautiful, beautiful episodes running through and through the whole of the year. Welcome again. This is me officially saying welcome to 2025. Hey, it's sounding somehow. Another 5 years we'll have 2030. All those conversations of in 2030, long-term goals and long-term visions. Here they are. I hope you are living through those dreams where you don't always plan, say you will live through. Well, since I've welcomed you in, let me bring you to what we are starting the year with. I don't already plan, say, you see this year, not like I won't use work kill you, but I'm going to make sure that in this year, your arrangement with yourself go day clear. So I don't want to come play with you. I know say you don't already do your crossover prayers night, so I'm not also dragging you for too much prayers. Not because I won't use motivation kill you either, but I'm making sure that you start off the year properly, as I know day alone today. You are gonna have to join me with Mr. Jazzville Stevens. Now, who I joined the day with for Inside 2025. I don't know. Have you seen a lot of persons this year?
Thank you. Like you said, for me, New Year doesn't mean anything anyway, but it's a switch. The calendar year ends and another calendar year begins. So that makes a whole lot of difference. Whether it will increase or reduce, it doesn't matter. Right now, we're alive and it's good to be alive.
Very important. If we have counted ourselves and we are all here this year, then we've done a good job already with all of ourselves. Okay, you see that smile? The Oyibo self will come out from inside now. I'm sure you understand where we are heading towards. You must serious this year. I don't zero my mind say you go serious this year. I'm waiting to make you no serious. And because I know we are sweet. For we are coats. Make sure say this year serious go clear all of us for eye. Alright, make sure you don't go anywhere. We are coming back. Welcome back to Moments with Lady H. It's still the new year and I'm still saying happy new year. In fact, happiest new year to you. I pray say this year, we're not going to make a lot of mistakes where we don't make, and we're not going to be scared to move. Very importantly, all of those plans, all of those big plans and big thoughts where we all don't get. You see, this year, you know, go just end for resolution and write down. You are going to indeed run with these visions of yours. Back with Mr. Jazzville Stevens, will be media consultant. If I begin to list a lot of things, it did too much. I don't want to spell out when I see somebody in a media consultant. Let me not go there. And of course, too many portfolios to go with it. Naim be head of content also for Group 8, and Naim be the CEO, Jazzville.Stevens. Everything suits, everything. You see as he just got to meet Mr. Jazzville, who also dressed it that way. It's just a lot. He's the way I thought they talk this, he's just a lot. Let me allow you also tell us this just a lot a little bit. Let's hear small of what is in the portfolio.
I don't have a portfolio.
I just gave you one. We'll follow from the one I gave you.
My name is Jazzville Stevens, and that's all. I'm the principal partner of Jazzville.Stevens Limited.
Oyibo.
That's it.
Okay.
That's who I am. I'm in the media.
Yes. So after all of this beautiful introduction of how it works and suits best in his mouth, uh, let's talk about resolutions, the New Year resolutions, writings, and that people do every single year. What do you think of that? Do you think it really pushes them to do anything at all?
For me, it's a needless, repetitive cycle.
Oh, okay.
If you just wake up every year, write down resolutions, they know they follow them through. Remember, dreams remain dreams until it translates into a vision. If you don't have a vision, it remains dream. And a dream is just a fickle. It will lead you anywhere. So beyond just writing down resolutions, I'm not going back to review them. It's a waste of time, even from an individual perspective or even from a company's perspective. So you know what many companies do now. Before you jump into new year resolution, first do back check. How did the last year end? So 2024 don't end now, Abi.
Mm-hmm.
Good companies with their head, their
Indeed.
brains, they work well. What they do is in the last quarter of the year, perhaps in the last month of the last quarter, they will sit down together, ask themselves, how we don't do this year? What we not do well? What can we improve upon in terms of personnel, in terms of machines, and all of that? Not be only how much we make last year,
Yeah.
and not be only the year is supposed to end. They will check all of that, and then they begin to project. Okay, so as we enter 2025, which we supposed to improve upon, personnel-wise, business-wise, strategy, and all of that. How many new hands we don't need? Oh, which old hands no they relevant? Who's supposed to take off the table? That also translates to an individual. So, how did I live last year?
Okay.
My family, did it work? What did no work? My kids, okay, the home front, extended relatives, my in-laws, okay, my life, friends, which one should I pull off? And with new friends, what set of new friends we are supposed to make now? When you put all of that together, it becomes easier to plan. Like I said, it doesn't always work with resolutions because everybody they do resolution, you do resolution, and you keep them under the carpet. It stays there until January 1 again. You say, okay, new resolution. Sometimes you transfer the old ones to the new ones.
Truly,
And we still do every day.
some persons don't even change anything. It's just that year, the ending part of it. You move
Exactly.
4 to 5, and then we go again
Exactly.
this year. You know that English of no pressure, we go again this year. I usually say that anyways to people so that the pressure is reduced.
That's
What
right.
you're not able to do last year, you can try again this year. But just like you said, most times
But again, you know that some resolutions are actually impossible to achieve. So the truth is,
they are
if you try them
motivators.
1 year, 2 years, no, they will leave that thing alone and move on to the next goal. It's
Truly.
like trying to resurrect a dead person.
Mm,
Make me wake now. Have you? So that's
that's
an impossible, needless dream. It will remain a dream. So why not just move on?
and allow the dead
The
be.
same thing with even relationship. In case of relationship, we know if you wake up, no need to live in the past.
True.
Move on. And you
True.
realize that once you move on, your life becomes better.
Okay. This might just be for somebody somewhere. Pack your load. Waka comot. Like I said, in the new year, we start taking steps that we were scared of taking the year before. So I hope you are ready to make those strong steps. If you have to leave that your job, leave it and have peace. If it's taking your job, leave it. Even if you see you and you realize you're not seeing well, leave the job, let another person take over. These things are, by the way, if returns are made, won't you be okay? So this is for everyone, right? If don't try one or two and it's not yielding, bath come up from inside. I'm simple, and
Absolutely.
then allow somebody else do that. Just for somebody else, it might become an easy task, and
That's
for
right.
you, it's a never-ending journey. But not be me go tell you what you go do now, so you can still stay on that your knee. Stay there, even if no agree you. Next year you go again. No
That's right.
pressure for you. Okay, so now we don't talk about the conversation of people writing and writing. We are usually quick to making appraisals for general things, self appraisals they had. The same way a company is always quick to how much did we make, uh, who offended who went without proper leave applications, who left without saying one thing or the other, right? most times we find it difficult, even as organizations, to do self-appraisal. As a company, should I even still be in existence with how far I have led last year? As an individual, if I have a room to decide who stays and who leaves, will I approve myself staying, how far I have lived, or handled some situations over time? So all of those things, they encompass and they together that we all have to come to a place where self-appraisals are done properly to help every other person move forward. Now let's come into the broadcast world properly. Now we
My
don't do
world.
your world.
That's right.
Good. And now move if people who want to do New Year resolution. If you don't want to work for you, my brother, don't stress yourself. Like I have said, do the much you can. The most important thing is keep moving. And next thing you go again peacefully. No pressure.
Yeah.
Now coming to the broadcast world, looking at years back and today, what are the things you think have become better? And what are the things that have grown to become worse that should never even have seen the light of day?
They're simple. Do I need to list them? I'll list them from now to the end of your show.
Well, the much we can
Um,
say.
but let me start with the good side of it.
Okay.
Nigeria has moved away from analog to digitalization.
Yeah.
So platforms are digitalized. Even though I have some challenges with a number of the platforms who are now digitalized, and yet, now you watch CNN, Al Jazeera, you know the show for your TV. So we just did where we did. I don't mention some specific names for Nigeria where their TV day since 1984, they still like that rich now.
I know them.
But may I not go there? So picture quality, machines. Remember the part of those who operate the machines. You have the best equipment. If you have a bunch of disgruntled staff, people will know they're happy. The company know they move.
True.
You just do where you do, you run around in circles. But give it to Nigeria, better late than never. We have moved, digitalized. Space is opening up, and it's amazing what social media don't do to our mass media. So the move where you don't make, it's happening somewhere in a corner,
True.
and the world is watching it. This podcast of yours, I can bet you, will travel farther than many of our contemporary media outfits.
True.
Okay?
True.
So within a space of 24 hours, man, we just slapping wife a person, a public figure. Everybody around the world does see her.
True.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So before NTA, before channels, before whatever television carries the stories all over the place.
Yeah.
So people now watch mainstream media for confirmation. Maybe say they never hear the story already. Maybe say they never see her somewhere, maybe on the Ages podcast, So, and then a lot of our media are now integrating it. Before now, it didn't mean anything, but now it means a lot. So you have departments that are basically out there for digital, for the purpose of social media. That's never to be taken for granted. Back in the day when I did BBC, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned this part. Okay, so it is not a major source for news, for instance, social media. But we're always reminded that it is. But you have to confirm before you use it.
Yeah.
So, because the first place where the news go break for socials. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're now on the lookout for that story. So when you now see a mainstream media or someone to confirm it, that development, then you know truly.
So now that's the job of the broadcast journalist.
That's
We're
right.
supposed take a little step further than just resharing.
That's
to
right.
confirm, so that when they look at it, somebody can say, oh, okay, no, if it's coming from this, and you know how you get blogs where you go read something, you say, no worry, make we check if the day here, if the day here, now they say it really happened. So it's that room where you also have to watch the thin line where they with the mass media end of pushing out whatever it is that is available at the time. And then that's the niche you as a broadcast journalist get to be sure that waiting you they sell out. You don't do small research on top of them. I shouldn't have the same problem I have with a random person on social media with you who's supposed they're more careful with what you push out to people.
True. So on the other side of it is the things we never do well plenty. Many things. So, but a couple of other things you also work against them. When you have an economy that is unstable, it becomes a very difficult business environment. That's the truth. Economy where if you buy tomato 5 naira today, you go market the next day, if you don't get tomato for that same
The
price.
evening, you don't even have to wait the next day.
That kind of business environment, they make things slow down, Then it just looks like all man to himself. So we get many organizations would be saying that the umbrella way media house is there under. If they wonder why are they there? Which is organizations they there for? Where every individual runs their home like their private family. So you go hear companies where they owe salary for 12 months. Maybe today, I don't mention names. Even before I joined the media, I hear the story, it be like it's not a dream. Say one major multinational TV where they know everywhere around the world, they owe salary for 12 months. In fact, the organ of the company will tell people, say your ID card might be your salary. You can use it to. So where will the professionalism be if people who work for that company need to go hunt for news? They're going to hunt the news only in the name of money.
Yeah.
In the name of brown envelope. So even if they think they newsworthy, they don't carry them if they don't get their brown envelope. Now you don't return to white people, don't be brown again now. You don't understand the difference between brown. White, they bigger than brown. So some they reject brown at the other than white, I expect.
Yes.
Like a benchmark. Those will be the times where you go see journalists go for event. Before they cover the event, they for queue, they write their name for people. And then when the money no drop, they're going to fight.
Some even get upset. If I know, I will not even use the story.
So why? Because the organizations say, they think that the machines will do the job. Now, we don't enter the era of AI. Okay, now AI, come and marry my voice and use it now. It's okay. We wait to we will see how that will happen. One man on boost last week say he go establish a radio station we will run on AI. Like get any broadcast staff. At the wait. We will see how they take do. The truth is, you cannot be running an organization where the human, the personnel, don't mean anything to you and think you will make progress. Because radio know they run itself. TV know they run itself. So these are just a few of the challenges we did for our media terrain. Like I said, first, let's open the space. We allow people to do business. Create an enabling business environment where competition is allowed and it will thrive.
Okay. It be like we'll go drink water because it's funny when I hear AI will run it. I hope the AI comes to turn on the generator, turn on the transmitter, and then do the rest of the job. Because radio is not complete without the engineering department anyways. So it's not just about who talks or who helps you play music. Anyways, let's go and take a little water. I will be back. For the New Year resolution, I think it's important because you are working towards what you like. I call it like a documented life, or like how your life will be in the next. You've already set some goals, your standard, and everything. And once you want to go back to living your former life, if you remember that you've already made a New Year resolution, you work towards your goals and everything.
The resolution go be like guidelines. You understand? So yeah, you fit get, or it's important say you get. So but you might not realize everything, sha. But at least you have it at the back of your mind. Say I be want to achieve this thing, this thing, this thing. So at the end of the year now, if it's two, alhamdulillah.
Towards the end of the year, I have to review my goals because without goal, there is no way you will have a direction. So my goals and my strategies are like a manual that is going to guide me step by step throughout the year. So by December, like this month, I've started reviewing some of my plan that I've been planning to achieve throughout the year. And by the grace of God, I've been able to achieve, if I'm not mistaken, 90% of my goals. Now, this 90% of my goal is going to make me make new year strategic decision based on what I have achieved. If I'm going to double my strategy for next year, the result for this year will determine it. So I work with strategy, not New Year resolution.
If it help for businesses, we want maybe initiate a new policy in their organizational structure or something like that. So it really works. New Year resolution personally works for me because I feel you can let go of some things that didn't work in the past. You can always make new strides, new steps, change things a little bit to make things better for yourself personally. So I think it works. Okay, better make person again New Year resolution because it dey help make person take give account of wetin you don do for the past year, and like 2024 now, maybe you plan to achieve like 4 things, and if you check your book where you write am, you go see say maybe two of the list na you don complete. E go fit guide you towards as you don enter the new year, so you go fit know say okay, you go work towards the next two wey remain before you fit set new target for the year wey we don enter as we dey so new year resolution e always good so that person go fit know wetin e wan do for the year.
Welcome back to Moments with Lady H, and it's still our New Year edition. Honestly, the in-depth of this conversation, some of you might not understand it, but now who did the road know how the road be. So the conversations on the, I don't know, they touch me in a lot of places, but just be sure that you're enjoying this 2025 the much you can. We're only sure of what things are so today. None of us is sure for what it will be so tomorrow. It could go up, it could come down. But in every second of the time, live in your moment the much you can, while you hope that the next moment coming to you feels a lot better than what you already have. Back on top of the matter where we don't come back from the voice pop. And I had to calm myself down with this small motivation before I can even talk about it. Listening to people, a lot of persons enjoyed radio when it was humans that they could relate. Those times where you are sure that, oh, this name, if you even mention this name, it gives you some level of edge on the outside just by knowing this person. Attending events and having to mention this name gives you an extra edge. That feel of meeting your solution fixer. People still want that kind of feeling with radio. But like we already mentioned, that conversation of no be who see money, they feel glad in ground to say they are doing well. Just listening to people, you can see someone even having the drag of, no, they don't buy all of them. So if they even think at any point that everybody is bought, it simply means it makes it a lot difficult for them to even hear what you're saying, especially for those on the radio and TV. Somehow they feel like social media, careful, maybe they no call carry you. They somehow even want to believe you who just randomly says anything on social media. So what do you have to say as regards to this part where the general public, a good number of them, feel like the brokers journalists in there who are still paying their dues properly are already bought?
It's sad. It's sad, actually. But again, it's to a large extent a perception. Again, I don't want to use your platform to advertise some TV stations. There are some way, even now, I watch them and I feel proud to be called a broadcast journalist. And like my first boss would tell me, if everybody like you as a broadcast journalist, they don't buy you true. But if you go in and out of DSS office every month, or at least 2 or 3 times in a year, they never buy you.
Okay.
Because there are things in the system that you must talk about. I mean, it's like bringing a senator of the republic ways to really have him say he marry a 13-year-old girl on your platform. And after I discuss everything I discuss, ask him, would you not call that child abuse? If you don't answer that question, the audience will feel say don't buy you. Because that question remains in the mind of Nigerians. Yeah. At least at that point in that year when it was hottest, one of the hottest subjects. So the people expect you to be like, you call them our major fixer, right?
Yeah.
They expect you to be their mouthpiece. Maybe all of them go there
Spokesperson.
to interview the man for you. But since you don't bring the man on the platform, we are happy. And then the interview just ended without you asking that question. The right journalist who's not been bought, which I did the job when they do, he will ask that question. No matter how uncomfortable that guest may be on your show. I mean, Stephen Sacco on his show, Hard Talk, is a typical example. It's a hot seat, people, they come listen a hot seat, but many of them say they lose their balance. Even when he interviewed former President Olusegun Obasanjo, they drink tea at the beginning of the program. They ended up with a fight, in a fight.
Yeah.
Why? He was asking the tough questions about his administration, about his daughter's role in his government. So people, they do the job today. So it's a public perception, say every journalist, they don't buy all of them. Maybe all of them. But sad to say, some, I cannot give you a complete statistic to tell you 50% or 80% has been bought over. But again, it falls back to where we're coming from. If the situation is not right, why will anybody be bought? I go buy BBC journalist.
Well,
The young man or the woman is well schooled, well trained, and is effectively being taken care of, well motivated. That's why they go Gaza. Bombs they drop for Gaza, they go there, go die. They know say they go die, but they keep going.
yeah.
So if we make the environment conducive, these fellows will do better. Nigerians are wonderful people. Wherever they are in the world, they stand out. But what did they make them stand out? Because the conditions there, they right. When the conditions not there here right, well, I don't come. See the journalist will become spokesman for government house recently. Where are they now? I don't want to call him name. Everybody knows say the guy don't work. And the stories we surround his movement is sometimes incomprehensible. Some people say just take leave, say won't go address family matter. Who tell you so say take end? So those are the things we're talking about. In reality, no be every journalist and they don't buy it.
Okay, so quickly, something again I want to ask is, do you think that when an organization is bought, it tells on the journalist?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Okay, so sometimes when you're angry with this your beautiful journalists, where if you say they say what you want me to say and act the way you want them to act, sorry, it's not them, it's the organization. It could be that. Anyways, now I have been hoping and praying to come out of this serious place. We are going to breathe out of this media world a little bit. Make peace for day. Make my own mind calm down small because something I don't also want to talk about. The way don't they talk, you say, I don't want to mention their names. Make it no go be like too. Me too, I don't want to mention their names. So quickly on a slight relaxed end now. Waiting be your most comfort. How I don't want to ask you waiting be your best win because wins are good wins differently. So waiting be your most consolation, something where anytime you remember you feel it was all I needed at the time.
Seeing the people I trained doing well, and many of them. Some are okay. So now I'm going to be forced to mention platforms. Do I have to do that? They are practically everywhere. Some outside the shores of this country. And sometimes when they pick up their phone and call me, the tears drop from my eyes.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so having done this work for about 2 decades, or a little more than that, I get plenty children. I told you, say, I be broadcaster, I be trained broadcasters, right?
Yeah.
Many of them, they everywhere, doing very well. Many of them, not necessarily all of them. So that each time I see that, that's a consolation, and that's why I never run away from the business, even though plenty money loading inside the business, as everybody know already in this part of the world. So that when you see these ones thriving, it gives us joy. You see them on TV, you see them on radio, you see people talk about them. You jump into a bus sometimes and that guy is too much. And in my mind, I feel like saying, am I picking me that? How a father would like to say, that doctor will treat you. That's my son. Something like that. It gives me a lot of joy. That's one reason to stay alive, and that's one reason for hope as well. We believe that this generation of individuals who we don't train, who we don't help to know what broadcasting should be, they will carry the torch and carry it further and better than we have done.
Okay, the baton will properly be passed. What will be your worst regret? One thing that top of your head, you don't have to think deep about it. One thing where anytime you remember, you're like, this should never have happened in the first place.
Do I have any regret? Maybe I should have gone back to school a little earlier. Because in my life there was a break. That's why people think say I'm a 70-year-old man.
Okay.
Okay, so one of my bosses in the business is about same age with me.
Oh,
He has 10 additional years of experience more than I do in the business.
Oh,
How did that happen? Because he had an opportunity to start early,
okay.
So sometimes I wish perhaps could have happened a little earlier. At other times I feel, okay, maybe that's why my experience complained because I don't move on to old man at the time where I point into the business,
Mm-hmm.
So that
Okay.
if I had a way to go back, I would have started a little earlier.
Okay.
And maybe I should have been on TV.
Maybe, just maybe. That one, maybe. All right. So quickly stepping away from that part of the conversation, for inside the media world, who is that one person who you believe in the managerial positions and all what the processes have been for you and where you are currently? Who be that person, one person where you think say, this one, I like this one better pass me. And who be that one person where say normal. Anyhow, even if na you own the thing, you better pass am.
So I should give you the
You
best
give
one
name.
better pass and the person way better
Yes.
pass me.
Who better pass you and who you better
Okay,
pass?
so let me start this way. They say person no dey be judged for your matter. You
Mm.
go good make some other person tell me the person where they think say I better pass. I would have preferred it that way. But I go tell you person where I know say better pass me and where I love the way they work.
Okay.
Jonathan James Liam Gong.
Oh,
I've
okay.
had the opportunity to work with him twice in different organizations. And they always wow me with the way they think. At his age, sometimes, if you want twist to turn to Gen Z, you go shock. He's a whole lot one step ahead of them. And if you come on that circumstance when he's showing you who he be in the industry, you go shock. But he is simply an amazing manager. Not a perfect manager, but an amazing intellectual. I respect him. Since you don't give me the opportunity for the first time, I think I announce on radio soon. Boss, I respect you well.
All right. Answer the second one. Who you better pass? Very important. Very important.
I don't tell you now.
No, no. Don't worry. The same way you take judge this one now, where you know who you like, and just own them. Who you know who you better who you think say you better pass. Tell me.
Okay, I know say I better pass Jazz Will Steven. The Jazz Will Steven they talk to you now, they better pass the Jazz Will Steven of yesterday.
Okay, he's trying
Does that
to.
answer the question?
It doesn't really, but okay, I will take what you have said because you know one call him. It's all right because I know inside your mind, you know who you better pass, but you just don't want to call him. Well, it's okay. That person in your mind that you know where you better pass is making you smile. That's who you better pass. All right. It's been a beautiful roll of days that the year have started again, and then we are all grateful. In this new year, I'm sure you must have counted on this person last year. In this new year, what we don't start, who be that one person that if anything happens now, that will be your first dial. You are sure that safety will come from there. Your first dial, if there is a situation, who you go be?
My wife now. Yeah, apart from the fact say you go under normal circumstances, people they have blood of Jesus, you go call God now. Call on God. Is anything I want to start, I always put God inside.
Yeah.
Even when I was going into my private business, Jazz with Stevens, I tell God at the beginning, one night I just wake up, I say, you know what, this business, now you get her. Direct me, show me how to take start. So that's why you see they shock people that under a few months we're thriving. Shockingly. I want to believe that's because I think I put God first. I thought I say, use this business.
Yeah.
Show me, say, I can do something on my own. But apart from that, I'm my wife. I don't get two wives, I get only one wife. She's my best friend. So anytime when I get confused, I will dial her number. If I need direction, I will dial her number. Because I know say if I know day, she will be there.
Major shout out to Mrs. Jasmine Stevens. thank you, say they do the needful. And it feels very good to, see somebody say their partner on their first dial. It's amazing to hear all of those. Now, in the spirit of this new year, where we don't enter, you're gonna dress somebody for us. Yes, we'll find one person in the comment section. We will tell you what to do as usual. You all already know. Yes, I don't already talk. It's saying the principal partner. They try make the situation easy for you, but in they sophisticate the matter. Now CEO, as you always would easily call it, Jasrid Stevens. Everything suit, right?
Yes. Everything suits.
Everything.
Everything men.
Everything man. You can just walk in there and then walk out and go for an interview. Congratulations to you. So you're going to dress someone for us this new year. Everything we Ingo wear. To the ties, to the cufflinks, to the shirt, to the suit. Deal or no deal?
Consider it done.
Boom! The year have just started. So what a better way to start your new year? Don't worry, check into the comment section and you're going to see what we need you to do. If you're able to do it and you're picked, you just might be lucky. Let's start your year properly so that you will resume work like human being. May your office not say they not chop your head for village. Thank you so much for joining on top of the show today. You still there with Moments with Ladies. Oh, before we leave, please social media handles, sir.
At jazzville.stevens.
You see, the English is simple. Just look out for him at Jazzy.Steven on top of all the social media platforms, and then you will definitely meet with him. And for us here, don't forget to share, follow, and subscribe on top of YouTube, Moments with Lady H, and then follow us on all of the social media platforms, X, IG, and TikTok. Everywhere, that's where we are. And for the year, be fine while we find a way to dress you. Catch you in the next episode.